Thomas, I'd like to ask you, how can I create a lifestyle in balance and free of fear? How can I reach that?
In order to do this, to find out what you really want in life, you need to create a space for yourself, a time for yourself, a space where you have total calmness, total peace, where you can be for yourself. And this time and this space has to be at least 2 days, 2 to 3 days. This means you should have as less contact to other persons, humans, as possible. You inform your environment, for example, that you need peace, you come for dinner, you don't talk a lot and you go back, or you find a hotel, you go there by yourself. Of course, there are also specialized rooms and spaces for this where you can go and book this time for yourself. And during this time you should not watch TV. You can read books, of course, which are, but not like entertainment books. Books that support you in your goal, that you want to find peace in order to open your spirit and your mind and your heart for new things, to calm everything down, so that your heart and your brain can start to think clear and be sensitive to new things that come to yourself. And these new things, the things that make you joy, the goals that you think, this is really what I want in my life. I want children, I want a nice family, I want to travel, I want yes, whatever you want. So this is you need this time to really be sure that this is what you want. And also it's important in this process that you don't care about anything outside. Don't care about what could my family say, what could my partner say, what would be the implications on my work, on my life. During these 3 days it doesn't matter at all. Really open up everything and then pick the topics what you want, the topics that give you joy, and try to go without any fear into this joy during this time. Maybe start researching on YouTube, in books, whatever, what this would mean, how would be the way to reach this goal, what do I need to do this, and never care about the outside, what they could think about it. And of course there will be many questions coming up during this time. It's impossible to reach it. Doubts will come. I don't have money, I have fear, I'm not strong enough, I have nobody who supports me, I have to start at zero, it's hopeless.
And how can I stick to my goals?
So after this period, you try to really anchor this joy, these visions, these goals. You can try to do this by yourself, but of course it would be better to do it with a mentor. Much better would it be to do it with a mentor. This doesn't mean that you have to be with this mentor for 3 days. Only to talk 1 hour, 2 hours about what came up, what was the process and so on. So to get this support. And then when you finish this period of 2-3 days to find the things what you want in your life, how should your life look like, and also be aware that this is only one vision. Maybe the life after a few years will look totally different, but you need to start somewhere. You need to start somewhere what gives you joy, and this can be different in 10 years or 20 years, it can be different. This is not the point. The point is that to find the energy, the motivation, the joy to create something for you what you really want. And then nothing is easy in life, for sure not. I think the only easy thing is to be alive, because this we don't have to do. We are alive, and if we should die, then we are dead. That's the only thing which is easy. We grow, our heart is beating, we breathe, we don't think about this. And all the other things, this is the nature of humans, to be creators. And this is not easy. Everything starts at zero. I did not learn to play the piano when I came out from my mother's belly. I could not do this. I started at zero. It felt very strange. No one came to earth and could walk. I mean, if you think about this, it took us 1 year just to learn how to walk. And to walk is something very, very complex. The humans are the only ones on earth that can really do this very well, to walk on 2 feet. So this is complex, and if the baby knew at the beginning how complex it is, it knows nothing. It only knows, you can see this at the baby, that the joy they have, it only knows, I want to do something, I want to be able to run. And then they start, and they don't think how difficult is it, and they don't think, oh, I could fall 50 times on my nose. They don't care about this. They just go. And the funny thing is, the parents at this age, they don't stop them. But as soon as they start to walk, the fear comes in from the parents. First, they are fearless. They support the babies to walk, 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 and as soon as they see they can walk, they start to stop them. And then really the struggle of life, the doubt, the fears, they come into the life. If a baby is lucky to be together with parents and the family that is less fearless, has less fear, then of course it will also be stronger and don't have that much fear.
So, how to overcome all these fears? What would you suggest? How can we choose our own life to be lived as we want?
So we are talking now about humans 20 years old, 16 years old. A teenager, it's complicated, but let's say 20 years, then you start to think about what can you do, or 16, depends. And it's a training. It's a training to overcome fear. If you are lucky and you don't accept the fear and you want to get rid of the fear, then you can do it. 100% sure you can do it. But you need to go through the fear, and that's the tricky part.
This is hard.
Yes, but there is no other way.
Okay.
Of course you don't, like when you learn skiing, of course you don't go with your student in a very steep slope at first. And fear always comes, and the more you train something and the more you do something, the less the fear gets. And of course there are mental tricks what you can do to overcome the fear. And this, yes, you can do this as a support. but you have to overcome the fear. And if you really want to become fearless and free in life, then the main goal should be to be fearless about death. Death. If you are fearless about death, then you are able to create things which other people cannot do, like the free climbers without rope. They know exactly what they do. Sometimes there comes fear in, and then they can handle it, and they move on. And there are many examples of this. One process, of course, is to feel the own power, what we have in ourselves, is to walk over broken glass. This is a training which is actually an exercise which is very easy to do. That gives you the experience that you are stronger than you think. You can walk over fire, you can bend steel with your mental power. Everything is possible. It's really easy to do. The point is, you have to have the motivation to overcome this fear. If you are in a state of life where you accept and you even try to tell yourself that the fear is nice, then there will be no development. Okay. This is the choice of this human being. But as soon as they feel, and they get the input, of course, from outside, also from the society. So I think it's not possible to live a happy life with a lot of fear. Even though one can try to accept, oh, I have fear from spiders, so it's not fun. It's much more fun and much more free to be fearless, I would say.